Hi, it's Melissa, and welcome back to our channel, Victim to Warrior. Many of you asked me about the term DARVO. What does it mean? Well, we're going to talk about exactly what it means, and I'm not only going to share a personal experience that I had and how to deal with it, so I got myself out of the spin cycle over and over, but I'm also going to share some incredible resources with you, so please stay till the end. Now, some of you may have already heard this term, especially if you watch Dr. Ramani's channel. This term is actually an acronym that was coined by a psychologist named Dr. Jennifer Frey. And she created it to put a definition on the extreme gaslighting dynamics that narcissists use with their victims when they're trying to be held accountable for a negative action that they've done. Now, the term DARVO stands for D is denial, A is attack, R is reversal, V is victim, O is offender. Now, when you are in a situation where your abuser has done something to you and you want to bring it to their attention, I'll give you my own example. My ex-narc was a recovering alcoholic, and I suspected that he relapsed. I mean, I smelled alcohol in his breath. I was finding liquor bottles like hidden around the house and outside. You know, he was slurring his words sometimes, coming in late. So I confronted him, and he flat out denied it. He said, I am not drinking. This is crazy. How dare you accuse me of this? The only reason I'm late is because I'm going to AA meetings. I mean, this is probably your son who was here for the holidays. I'm sure he had a party and he's the one that hid all these bottles everywhere. I mean, how dare you accuse me of this? I work so hard to stay sober. So he's already denied it and he's attacked me. And now all of a sudden he's using the reversal. He's saying, I work so hard to stay sober. I can't believe you would distrust me like that. You know what a struggle this is for me. I can't believe you are not going to support me through this. I mean, what in the world am I married to you for? You know, if you're not going to support me on this journey, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I will relapse, but it's going to be your fault. And now I'm like, well, I don't want to be the reason for him to relapse. So now all of a sudden I'm defending myself and I'm wondering, well, maybe it was my son. Maybe, you know, he did come home for the holidays and, you know, now I've accused him of it. I've hurt his feelings. I don't want him to relapse. I don't want him to lose his confidence. And, you know, AA is at night. So what has he done to me? He has not been accountable for anything. He has reversed the blame. And now I am apologizing to him and telling him how much I support him and how proud I am for him staying sober. Well, guess what? He did relapse. So he completely manipulated this situation. And I found out, of course, that he had relapsed. So I'm like, God almighty, I didn't know what DARVO meant back then. But the more therapy and the more research I did on it, I realized I'm going to have to recognize these signs. And that is what I want you to do. The handout that's in the link below is extremely detailed. It not only tells you exactly what DARVO is, but it tells you the signs so you can recognize them for yourself. And it doesn't have to be just your partner. This can be your boss. If you're being sexually harassed by somebody, it could be a horrible relative. This can be any abuser. So you can go through the handout, recognize the techniques, and learn how to resist them. Because what I learned from this is if your action to bring them something that, bring to their attention something that they've done, if you are seeking them to admit it, them to take accountability, them to apologize, them to admit to wrongdoings, it is never, ever going to happen. I don't know about you, but my ex-narc never admitted to wrongdoing ever. He just reversed it. So you have to make a decision. Either you let it go for your own mental health because they're never going to admit it. So that is the choice. You either walk away Don't bring it up. Realize that you are never going to get that apology you're seeking. You're never going to admit it. You're never going to be held accountable. Or you just leave and you walk away. And sometimes that is your choice. If you're in a situation you can't leave, then don't get caught up in that toxic cycle, because it's mentally unhealthy for you. And it is a horribly toxic manipulation tool that narcissists and abusers use on their victim. So please grab a copy of it, recognize the signs, and protect yourself from it. And you know, guys, I love your comments. So please leave your comments, questions. I will absolutely get back with you. I love interacting with you, and it's a way that we can help each other out and build our resources. If you've liked the content, please click like and hit subscribe and ring the bell, because as you know, I have many more videos coming. Thank you for watching, and remember, you can always go from being a victim to a warrior by taking the first step.